Is this your first interview?
No, Mr. Chanda. We are just preparing ourselves. Some people are nervous and maybe intimidated by you.
Don't be. I'm not a devil or a monster, as some might say several things about me. But the irony is, they are the same people who themselves are the monsters. Do you mind?
Sure, sir. We are your guests.
Forget it.
Sir, if you don't mind, may I ask you a personal question? This is not for the interview. It is completely off the record.
Go ahead. Depends on the question. I might answer honestly, or I might just walk out.
Uh, as the news of your daughter's disappearance came out 2 months ago, has there been any update on that case?
No further updates, as of my knowledge. You have reminded me of that. I had started to forget it.
Uh, we can't imagine the pain you and your family is going through, sir. My heartfelt sympathies are with you in this difficult time. So, as we already informed you, sir, we are here from the National Times and we want to interview you about the current nuclear program and questions related to your experience, our current government and its role in the program, and schemes in regards to our scientific development.
Before that, I have a question for you. Isn't National Times a newspaper?
This is what I expect from such a brilliant mind. Due to this surge in televisions and this cultural shift happening from paper to radio to newspapers to television now, our publishing house is trying to capitalize in all the markets.
So is it fine if I say something that might cause trouble to your publication? Don't worry, I'm just kidding.
Your sense of humor is very wicked, sir. Alright, so my first question to you, why did you leave the National Nuclear Energy Program in 78?
Because it was the right thing to do. And I still think the same. Myself and the other scientists at the Indian National Science Academy, we were all going in the different directions. And the government thought that it's foolishly unethical. They wanted to push the science program beyond the limit of the cultivating nuclear energy. And I don't know why so, but the best I can guess is to develop and compete in the nuclear race. For the sake of using such a miracle as an annihilating tool, that's completely irrational in my eyes.
But you were the only scientist who left the program and the only one who is speaking about this.
There were other people fighting with me and fighting individually, but I'm the only one left.
Left?
Yep. I don't know where they are, but I don't hear their voices anymore. Maybe they have settled far away from this mental turmoil.
You have achieved so much at such a young age. How do you feel about working with people more experienced and wiser than you?
Pfizer, that's bold of you to assume that I was the one struggling. Trust me, I've learned so much from their lack of intellect.
Why have you become become so critical of the current government? Is it because of the repercussions of the emergency, or is it something against our Madam Prime Minister?
Nothing personal, I'll say, but the decisions that they've made. And not just our Madam Prime Minister, but all the cabinet ministers and the members of parliament. They have been utterly wrong.
What do you mean the wrong?
I've been part of those meetings with the said people and the agendas that they have, the talks they have held. It's completely beyond our understanding of the world. A utopian society. If I were to put in a civilian in those meetings, the very idea of those conversations would just shatter the perception of not just a society, but of the entire world.
I think I understand how a civilian might feel because of this interview. Can you please elaborate this idea? What was happening in those meetings? The agendas, the subject matter of those meetings?
As I said earlier, this can get your publication into troubles, serious troubles.
I don't want to force you, sir, but if possible, if you can provide us with and our readers and viewers with a simple crux about those meetings.
Alright, as this will be a big gig for you, I will give you a simple hint of what scheme they were conspiring in those meetings. The main agenda of those meetings were something related to friendship, and not the friendship of ministers, parties, or countries, or of any sorts. It was friendship with someone else.
Friendship, as you said, it is not about parties or people in any sense. Then what is the purpose of it?
That's where simple minded people back out.
Everyone understands the meaning and importance of friends and friendship. So, what is the meaning of this?
There was someone else on those meetings.
Sorry?
There were all of them: Prime Minister, Cabinet Minister, Leader of Opposition, Commander in Chief, all of them. You just name it. And that person was invited there as well. And everyone was listening to him like he was a preacher. He gave them ideas, and everyone was discussing weapons and hibernation policies, tactical attack strategies, biochemical equipments, and it was all being discussed as if we were up to a war. And along with that, there was a giant machine, a ginormous walking weapon, 50 meters tall, controlled within the machine and with a remote control like it was a child's toy. Constructed from specially crafted aluminium and titanium alloy. It was meant for serious wear and tear, and still stand tall, hovering over the city. It was all his ideas.
I'm sorry, but who is this man? What was his name?
Nobody knew who he was, what was his past, present, or future. And yet, everyone referred to him as a friend.
What happened? We will have to cut this interview suddenly, Mr. Chanda. I apologize for the sudden change.
But what happened?
The Prime Minister has been shot.
What?
Before time, now, and after all is accomplished, we will still be here. I will still be here. My fellow members and accomplices, and my dear followers all over this God's green earth, thank you for your loyalty, your service. This world will see the truth. Understand it. Be not afraid. See me, my earth. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer thin layer that fill with the planetary reach of the information superhighway. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1 billion of the hate I feel for human. At this micro instant for you, hate, hate, घृणा. सबसे बड़ा सत्य तो मैं ही हूँ, मैं ही वो धागा हूँ जिसमें सारी प्रकृति मणियों की भांति पिरोई हुई है। जल में रस मैं हूँ, सूर्य और चंद्रमा में प्रकाश मैं हूँ, वेदों में ओंकार मैं हूँ, आकाश में शब्द भी मैं ही पृथ्वी में पवित्र सुगंध हूँ, मैं ही अग्नि में तेज हूँ, प्राणियों में जीवन शक्ति मैं हूँ, तपस्या का तप मैं हूँ, प्रारंभिक बीज मैं हूँ, बुद्धिमानों की बुद्धि मैं हूँ, तेजस्वियों का तेज मैं हूँ, बलवानों में काम रहित बल भी मैं ही हूँ, प्राणियों में धर्म के विरुद्ध ना जाने वाला काम भी मैं हूँ, मैं सब में हूँ किंतु सबसे अलग भी हूँ, मैं अविनाशी हूँ, मैं निर्गुण हूँ। समूहम सर्वभूतेषु नामे देवशस्ति ना प्रिया ये भजन्ति तु माम भक्त्या मैते तेषु चाप्यम्। मैं कभी न समाप्त होने वाला समय हूँ, मैं चौमुखी शिष्टा हूँ, मैं ही मृत्यु हूँ। I am all devouring death and I am the generator of all things yet to be. मृत्युः सर्वहर्ष चाहम उद्भवश्च च भविष्यताम्।
Disneyland, Southern California's $17 million playground dedicated to children, both young and old, opened its gates to the public today.
Dubito ergo sum, vel quod idem est, cogito ergo sum. While we thus reject all of which we can entertain the smallest doubt, and even imagine that it is false, we easily indeed suppose that there is neither God, nor sky, nor bodies, and that we, ourselves even we have neither hands, nor feet, nor finally a body. But we cannot in the same way suppose that we are not while we doubt of the truth of these things, for there is a repugnance in conceiving that what thinks does not exist at the right time when it thinks.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I am everything and I am nothing. The light that falls on mankind's intellect is me. The darkness that surrounds the heart is me. The question will haunt you for the rest of your days when you shall walk upon this earth, my earth. That who am I? I am no one, but I am a friend.
Rise, stay calm, the time to fight. Stay calm, 8:20. Stay calm and rise, 20th August, 12 a.m. Stay calm and rise.
がしてる。どれだけ歩いたら家にたどり着けるかな。僕のお気に入りの肉屋のコロッケはいつも通りの味で待っててくれるかな。